where Africans earn ad revenue, super chat, memberships, and YouTube premium payouts. To examine the impact of film in the YouTube space, African content exploring its effects on views, revenue, and the overall creator ecosystem. We want you to lean into authenticity, genre fusion, and mobile-first formats, IP protection, and how to gain leverage in the African market. So if you are a content creator, if you are in the YouTube space, you definitely want to be in this panel. Now, I'm going to be calling up very shortly the moderator, Mr. Drip. I saw him there. I said, wow, are you coming for a fashion show, sir? Or are you coming to moderate? But it's okay. You know him. He's a very popular. I always say all our moderators are literally like stars themselves, but they take time out to be here and make sure that they actually give their 2 cents back to society. Now, I'm going to be calling on our next moderator. He goes by the name Hero Daniels. Put your hands together for him. Now, Hero Daniels is a Nigerian media personality, a TV host, and a comedian, known for his engaging presence and versatility across entertainment formats. He began his broadcasting career as a teenager and has since hosted shows on major platforms, including Africa Magic, the game show Come Play Naija, as well as online formats such as True Love Games. His work blends humor, audience interaction, and a flair for live engagement, giving him strong credentials as a moderator who can steer this conversation into a dynamic space. Please put your hands together for Hero Daniels. So I'm collecting these jackets after this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shaiton, for that wonderful introduction. Please, can we give a round of applause? I'm a huge fan myself. You know, when I walked in, the first thing I thought to myself was, you're so beautiful. Your beauty can change our economy. No, Shay, I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to, you know. I feel like your beauty should be packaged in tablets and sold at pharmacies because it should be recommended by the doctors. Chai. But I didn't come here to shoot my shots. As you know, we're here to... You know, this is an industry session and we're here to talk about quality versus quantity, raising the standards of online content for global reach. And I can tell you that we have heavyweights in the building. These are African filmmakers that have left their indelible mark in the industry and they're still leaving their marks. In no particular order, I'll be introducing them. And the reason why I'm still standing is because, I mean, these people deserve a standing ovation. And I'm going to start with introducing somebody that is very dear to all of us. I call her the Queen of Love. In fact, she has love in her name. Chini Love Eze. So Chini Love Eze Ogunje is a Nigerian film producer and entrepreneur, the founder and the director of Chini Eze Productions. She holds a BSc in Economics and Statistics from the University of Benin. Shout out to Uniben. Who went to Uniben? Hello, hello. Alumni. You are not proud. Fantastic. Her debut film, The Cartel 2013, set the tone for a series of commercial successes, including Hire a Man and Hire a Woman. She's known for combining strong storytelling with business acumen, making her a compelling voice around film production, distribution, and market orientation in Nollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the one, the only Chini Love Eze. I mean, if not for anything, for the dress, I mean, look at that. The dress deserves a separate round of applause. Shay already said that we're here for a fashion show, and I agree with her. Up next, he's a man of many nationalities, Eddie Watson. Eddie Watson is a Liberian-born Ghanaian actor and film producer with a cross-African experience. He has featured in Ghanaian and Nigerian films and earned his first Ghana Movie Award in 2014 for his film, Ebola, which he wrote, directed, and produced. His filmography, spans multiple markets, and his production experience positions him well to speak on the regional integration of film industries, actor-producer transitions, and Pan-African content creation. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Watson in the building. Please, a round of applause for him. Yes, go Eddie. The amount of women that Eddie has kissed in films, my God. I envy you, my brother. You are living my dream. Up next, she's generally regarded as the queen of YouTube. And I mean, her films has recorded over 576 million views on YouTube alone. Now she is a Nigerian actress, screenwriter, film producer, and digital content creator. Born in Benin City, Edo State, she studied mass communication at the University of Lagos and business administration at Yaba College of Technology. She is the founder of Ruth Kadiri Films and also runs a successful YouTube-based film channel, which has grown into a significant digital platform for her work. Her journey from actor to producer and digital creator gives her strong insight into storytelling, new media distribution, and creative entrepreneurship. Please give it up for our Puchu, Ruth Kadiri. This is Met Gala. Are you sure? You see, she's very humble. She said, it's just a dress. No, my darling. Jezzy's will say, that dress, clock it. All right. Next is Sandra Okunzuwa. She is a Nigerian actress and film producer and founder of the YouTube channel and production brand, Okunzuwa TV. She has produced films such as Vida Anytime, which premiered at AFRIFF 2022. Shout out to her. Please, can we give her a round of applause? And the series Switch for Africa Magic. She is actively building a digital content platform, making her particularly relevant to discussions around hybrid distribution, cinema, and streaming, brand building, and multimedia production in Nigeria film. I'm also going to add that she was my neighbor at Banana Island, but she has moved to Eko Atlantic right now. Shout out to Sandra. Please, a round of applause for Sandra Okunzuwa. So proud of your growth, my darling. Up next, Lillian Afegbai is a Nigerian actress, film producer, and entrepreneur. She founded the production company EEP Entertainment and made her producing debut with Bound in 2018, which won the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards for Indigenous Movie of the Year. Lillian is also known for her ability to navigate both on-screen and behind-the-scenes roles, and her entrepreneurial ventures, including the fashion and the lingerie line, makes her a strong voice on the intersection of creative production and brand entrepreneurship. Please give it up for the Akanchawa body herself, Lillian Afegbai. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, one more time, can we give a resounding round of applause for all our panelists? So I've been told that we have exactly 40 minutes for this particular panel session, so we're going to make this as interactive as possible. We'll try to just keep the questions as short and answers as brief, but at the same time as in-depth as possible, and then we'll open it up to each and every one of us to ask those burning questions. So, the topic is quality versus quantity, raising the standard for online content for global reach. For a lot of people on this panel, they've had such incredible careers and they're still having an incredible career. They've been able to transit from the traditional television. I'm talking of the days of the cassettes, you know, the days of, satellite TV as well. I mean, satellite TV is still very much in vogue, and they've moved on to online. So I'm going to start with Chini. Chini, you've had such a tremendous success in online content. I'm not just talking about YouTube particularly, which we're going to focus on, but you have about 4 films on Prime. You have about 1 film on Netflix, and hopefully a series coming soon on Netflix. And of course, you started your YouTube channel as early as, I think, 2014. You know, you're one of the first Nigerian filmmakers to really use that platform as a tool to tell our African stories. What does quality mean to you? Okay. Mic check 1, 2. Hello.
Mic check 1,
Okay,
2.
fantastic.
Right, thank you. Hi. Okay, so my name is Chini Love. Straight to your question. Thank you very much. I would say to quality. a lot of times people, the focus is YouTube, right? A lot of times people just feel like, oh, we're telling films and it's going on YouTube, right? It's just YouTube. We don't need to bother about quality, right? But I always say to people that YouTube is a global platform where everybody get to watch your film. And there's so many people that when I started making films didn't even know me, but started knowing me from YouTube. And I am always as good as my last job. So if I don't see that, oh, okay, it's YouTube, so you don't pay attention to quality. I don't do that. I feel like as much as you're going to make a film, in as much as we are kind of trapped with budgets also, because I mean, you understand what I mean, but we still need to pay attention to picture, we need to pay attention to sound, we need to pay attention to production quality. When initially I started YouTube, it was like YouTube is old films, rubbish films. People were not making films directly to YouTube because it was not supposed to be a profitable venture, right? But I'm glad that the platform has opened up, is broadening out, and then we realized that there's great potential, and we need to focus on quality because it doesn't matter. It is a platform, regardless. So we still always need to focus on quality. That's where I stand.
All right, please, can we give a round of applause? I would like to really try to narrow the focus for the conversation. So we're going to just have about 4 pillars that we're going to be addressing. The first pillar will be storytelling. The second pillar will be the technical expertise. The third pillar will be authenticity. And then, of course, the fourth pillar will be consistency. So to our panelists, if we could just sort of try to narrow that down so we can have a much more in-depth conversation. Eddie, I'm going to come to you right now. What is the biggest challenge to quality when it comes to online content?
Good evening, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Straight to your question. The biggest challenge with quality is budget. That's our biggest challenge right now because we're making films for a platform particularly that there are so many things you're not sure of. I mean, we have things that people who are, familiar with YouTube will tell you it's RPM, it's the number of views you get. There are so many things at play. So it doesn't stop at the kind of actors you have. It doesn't stop at the equipment you use. It's a number of factors that you don't totally control. So it makes it one of the riskiest business you can find yourself doing. So the major problem is budget. How do we manage budgets that we don't, put more money into something that we don't get our money back, because it's a business also. So you want to put money into something that you're going to make money from. So it's not just about passion. It's not just about love for storytelling. It's how can I get back the money I'm investing in a particular project.
Okay, that's amazing. And that leads me to my next question. I think Ruth is really perfect to answer this. Ruth, you're one of the most consistent filmmakers on the platform. I know that over 5 of your movies have over 10 million views. Better Half has about 22 million views currently on YouTube. How have you been able to manage quality while still posting consistently almost every other week?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good, it means that we're here. So when we talk about quality, I would say that quality is very relative. And that's why there's a struggle for it. Quality to some people is the type of actors that they use. Quality to some people is getting good equipment. Quality to some people is the locations, and quality to others is the story. And because there's no tech.
I mean, we didn't ask you to clap, but if you want to do it, you better do it well. Thank you.
So because there's no standard out there to measure these things, some people can sit down and argue about whether their films are quality or not. Personally, growing up as a filmmaker, I understood what quality control is, because when we finish producing these films, it goes through a process and it comes back and say, no, it has failed QC and stuff like that. And at that point, at first, it felt like a struggle, it felt like stress. But becoming my own person, that mentality is what has shaped me to what I am today. I'm very concerned about all these things that I mentioned. And at the end of the day, you can still do everything and somebody will look at it and say, rubbish film. But it's a personal thing as long as you, and then, because now our industry is a free-for-all affair, it's also really hard. It becomes an individual thing. For me, these are the ways that I checkmate what quality and standard is, and I just hope that other people can imbibe.
Amazing. Amazing. Just a follow-up question before we move on to Sandra. You did mention that the industry is, getting hard, so to say. And I think you've been very vocal about the YouTube views in the sense that a lot of young filmmakers feel like I just opened a YouTube channel today and I should have 1 million views, So can you maybe just shed some insights as to like the challenges of sort of starting out as well?
Okay. People have different reasons for going on the platform called YouTube. I know the reason why I went there. And most times, I don't really get distracted because I already understand why I am here. YouTube as a creative platform is supposed to be an expressive outlet for all individuals. It's like marriage. There's no two marriages that are the same. And it's like building a business. I know why I came on this platform, and you know why you came on this platform. For me, it is an opportunity to tell my stories. And that is what I have started with, and that is where I am today, and that is where I'm gonna be tomorrow. That's why I don't see competition. That's why I don't see other people as an issue, because I might just want to tell a story about child marriage, and I have an opportunity, which is my platform, to tell it. So it's an expressive outlet. But some people are here for the money. Some people are here to just, so I don't know why they are here. For me, this is how I control my team and myself and my platform.
Amazing. I think that deserves a round of applause as well. So, I know for a lot of young filmmakers that are here, they have a lot of burning questions. Don't worry, we're going to open up the panel for you to ask a question. Sandra, so you started posting actively, I think about a year ago, when I checked the analytics on YouTube, and you've recorded tremendous success. You have over 169 million views already. I would like to think that you're one of the fastest growing creators on that platform. How did you do it?
Okay, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so for me, the main reason why I started my YouTube channel is because from my university days, I usually write stories. And producing these films, you're kind of limited in some aspects, especially some production companies in terms of when they want to buy your content. They'll limit you that, oh, they are not taking this one, they are not taking this one, they are not taking this one. And that way I feel limited. So I wanted a platform where I can be able to tell these stories that I've written over the years, and then people get to watch and appreciate it. So I'm a good storyteller, but not really a good writer. So I started YouTube, so those stories can literally come to life. So in 2023, that was when I made up my mind to officially go into this space and produce films that can resonate with people, and people can actually connect with me, because I love family stories and I love rom-coms a lot. So for me, when I start something, I like to finish. I don't just start halfway and then just give up easily. I want to learn on the job. I want to keep going. I want to keep growing. There's this constant push inside of me to do better.
Okay.
So,
sorry, sorry to butt you, yeah? You're on other people's platforms first and become a quote-unquote YouTube face, because that's the conversation a lot of people are having now, before you decided to use that sort of mileage and you drew it to your channel. What was the hack? Tell us your trade secret. We don't mind hearing.
So I started with Iroko TV. That was where I started. And then from there, I think Mr. Uchena Bonabo, he was the one who told me, Sandra, come to YouTube, come do a couple of films for me. And then I'm an actor for a hire. I don't really care which platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Roku, cinemas, Netflix, whatever. First of all, I'm an actor for hire. So I did a couple of films. I even did a film for Auntie Ruth Kadiri. I was on a platform as well. And some other YouTube platforms. So the goal wasn't for me to be a face. The goal for me was to be able to showcase my talent and be recognized, to do well in everything that I do. So,
amazing.
Because of it, yeah.
Amazing. Can we give her a round of applause?
Thank you.
Wait, so the way we've been responding, are we boring you people? Are you sure? You're enjoying it? Okay, please. The moment you stop enjoying it, just give me a wave or something. Let's try and fix it. Akanchawa Badi, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Fantastic. So, for somebody starting out as well, I mean, you've been around for a while, but I think of
Over
late...
a decade.
Yes, you've been for over a decade. But I also know that you decided to start creating your content for your platform, I think maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, thereabouts, on and off. I know you did a series, Akanchawa Badi, but now you're back to making movies for your platform. So as someone starting out, how do you ensure quality? Because I really like the quality of the Akanchawa Badi. I saw that you took time to,
I mean, I still don't like them, but thank you.
So how do you ensure quality when you're, putting out stuff?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols are duly observed because there are some bones here who I've seen Auntie Mildred, Auntie Uche. I'm loyal, ma. Thank you. Thank you very much for that question. So for me, far back 2018, I was an actor and I wanted to make a film. I'd never gone to any film school before. I never knew anything about production. But one thing I knew was if I was going to do a film, it had to be quality over quantity, right? I had to pick the best of the best, which was at the time Auntie Rita Dominic, and I had to do great work, which won the AMBC in 2018. So far back 2018, I already Far back 2018, I already knew that I needed to set a standard that people would follow. So it means I have to go high or go home. So I've never joke with quality. Even if it's YouTube, even if it's Iroko, Rock, Africa, wherever it's going to. Because I want people to watch my movie in 20 years and say, this was a good film. And it's still a good film. People still need to have the feel, even if it's 10 years later or 20 years later. And the only way I can achieve that is ensuring I don't joke with quality, at least to the best of my capability at the time. So it means that, like she said, quality means different things to different people. It means if I'm going to shoot a movie for 10 million naira and somebody that has 100 million naira will shoot that same movie, they probably will give you better quality. Probably, if they are smart, sharp. But me, with my 10 million, I would still do the best I can to give you the best to my capacity and to the level that I can afford, right? So I am someone that I would always say that in terms of cinematography, I want to use a good camera. I want the quality when you watch it to feel nice. When I'm talking about sound, even if I don't have money to get ABC, how can I achieve C with just AB? Let's find a way. Let's walk around it because I don't want bad sound. So it means that I will also always find ways around it to get the quality even if I cannot afford it in the best way that I can. So for my YouTube channel, first of all, I wasn't active. Immediately I lost money after my series, Akanchawa Badi. I just vex. I said, this space na scam. All of you na scam. All of you na lie. No money for here. All my money don't go. I don't see money. $3,000 now I get. 60 million now I spend. Scam.
Wait, you got up to $3,000?
I'm on a God. I pushed. I pushed. So, I was so I was depressed. I went back. I'm not doing this. They should take it. I don't need this. I was asking until somebody reached out to me and wanted to cast me for a film, a YouTube film, and she said, she's actually here. She said I'm not a YouTube face. That why will I be asking for that kind of money? I said, Lillian, but you're an actor. What is YouTube face? I am a professional actor. So whether the movie is going to YouTube or it's going to Netflix, you should pay me something decent where I go use take chop for your production at all, because I be actor, right? So guess what? I say, this YouTube, we go die here. I'm going back. And I just asked people. I went to Ruth Kadiri, Nosarex. I just asked the people where they do well, because they say follow Uno Road. Oh. I say, I beg, I want to come back, and I'm coming back big. I want to shakata, 1 million views.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. And then they advised me. They said, you know what? First of all, shoot movies. Series are not the best for a growing channel. You are just starting. You can't just go and shoot 12 episodes. It doesn't work like that. And you have to use certain actors, good stories, use actors even if you know that they're not popping. As far as they are great, that can tell your stories. And I went back to my drawing board, and hallelujah, somebody. As I dropped the first one, as I reached 1 million views, I said, Jesus, I don't reach 1 million views. I was so excited, and people loved it. The engagement was amazing. And so me, nothing you want to tell me was 100 million views I got.
Yeah.
Because I got the reach I wanted. People enjoyed the story.
Okay.
And here I am today.
So your strategy was?
Consistency, hard work, and never giving up. That's it.
All right. Please give her another round of applause. Honestly, AFRIFF management, this time you will give us Kule work. But we will try. You made mention of something that, you said, one of the advice they gave you was to look for certain faces that could help you push the film. And I think that's one of the challenges that, the industry faces. I think a lot of producers have come out to say that the challenge of certain people or certain actors charging a certain amount of money because they are YouTube faces, and sort of the audience also gravitating towards a particular film, not because of the story, but because of the actor. But I know of one woman that does not care whether you're a YouTube face or you're not a YouTube face. She actually gave me my first lead role in a movie ever. And the movie still did over 1 million views, and that is Chini Love Eze. Please, a round of applause. Thank you for taking a chance on me, even though I was not a YouTube face. And the movie still did over 1 million views. So for producers that want to hire me, I don't blow. My money is plenty. Ask my manager. She's there. So, but the question now to you, Chini, is how do you still get the views and the mileage when you focus on stories as opposed to focusing on popular faces? Because you've done lots of movies without quote and unquote YouTube faces.
Okay, thank you for that question. I started YouTube a very long time ago, and when I started YouTube, there was nothing like faces. There was nothing like faces. We were just telling stories. A lot of the faces that we have now, I started with some of them, right? And they were not faces. And some of the movies have 8 million views. Then, at the time, YouTube people, then it was just maybe we had Iroko, we had Ibaka. YouTube films were like old or Eastern films. They were not Lagos premium films. So when we started it, people were just thrilled that, we have, this kind of films, because they were used to going to subscribe, So people would just watch any film. And especially if it's maybe a love film or, like that kind of thing. So there was nothing like YouTube faces. So this whole YouTube faces thing is, alarming. But it's the audience. I always tell people it's the audience. Because then and now is different. I'm going to be honest with you. And in as much as, to the glory of God, you said I gave you a first lead. But I still cast you with Roots. I still did with Oni Alex. Do you understand? Yeah. I did. Because for some reason, before I wouldn't need to. I would just cast you and find one fine girl. And the film will sell. But now it's almost impossible, and that's just the honest truth. So when you hear people are charging exorbitant fees, it's because they feel like if you don't have me on your platform, people are not going to watch it. And the unfortunate truth is, if you do not have some certain faces on your platform, they would not watch it. But but to your question, people like us, we kind of have built a community long. So regardless, once they know you, and like you said, I do love films. So when and people love films. So even when I still use people that are not big per se, people will still watch because I have built a community. But for people now, it is hard. And that's just the truth.
Amazing. Thank you for telling the whole world I was not the one that gave you the 1 million views. Did you have to mention Rose Gaderi? But it's fine. It's fine. Try me again. Only me. I will give you 1 million views. Okay, on a more serious note, Ruth, you've been very consistent. And I keep on mentioning it because when you were giving your initial speech, you said something about quality could be measured on different standards, and I think I did give 4 pillars, and one of the pillars is consistency. However, I've also noticed that generally, it's like we're having a lot of recycled stories. We're one of the very few people that you are very deliberate about the stories. I know when I saw Better Half, I'm like, okay, this is very original. And then after that, I saw a lot of spin-offs that sort of almost mirrored the Better Half. And quite frankly, for the ones that copied, it worked, right? Some of them had decent views. So it's like you've been setting the template. Okay, we'll just check your channel. Let me just tell you the scope. We'll check your channel, look at the stories that did well, and just find a way to replicate it. Oh, you think we don't know? That's how we do it. That's how a lot of filmmakers do it these days, right? So now, do you think that low quality storytelling, because you can't tell it as original as the person that initiated it in the first place, do you think that low budget films, low quality films is affecting the revenue, generally, the RPM, and the interest of other people in the diaspora to watch it? Because I am aware of the fact that you earn more when people outside of Africa watch your film. So it means when the global audience is watching, we get higher money. So do you think low quality films are dropping the revenue?
Okay, so when it comes to RPM, that's a whole different conversation. My ideology about RPM is totally different. So it's not like something that we're going to say here. And I don't think the quality of the story affects RPM per se. I feel like we as creatives are not using our creativities anymore. That's why some people are complaining. It's crazy. Like, I know people sit on my platform, they watch all my stories, they will even to act the same story, and we all assume that people are not seeing these things. I know that people say YouTube is very saturated. You don't have control over that. However, I think that if 3 million people come on YouTube and do 3 million different things, the platform will thrive and everybody will thrive. But everybody comes on, they want to use the same actors you're using, they want to tell the same stories. So a lot of people are just here for the money. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. And also, like Chini said, people are not willing, they're not investing in, they're just garbage in, garbage out. They're not, first of all, I would say YouTube is a storytelling platform. It's not even a quality platform in terms of video. It's a storytelling platform. Mr. Beast gets his based on excitement and how he tells his story. So if you are able to tell good stories, you're likely going to thrive. And I also know that there's a madness phase of who is in your film and who is not in your film. But if people or producers choose to take the same risk that other people 2 years ago on the actors that are selling now, the industry will boom. I started a teenage platform recently, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to, because I love to invest in people, and these people, by the time this whole story of who is in the film, who is not in the film, is starting to affect my creativity. It's stressing me out. And I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to build a platform for teenagers. I mean, nobody knows them. But guess what? 2-3 years from now, it will be a mess. Because these people are waiting for me to finish building these actors. They will take them and mess them up. And that's what the industry does. And we don't have control over that. But the reason I made reference to that platform is because the platform is doing well. It's shocking me. So people don't really care about the faces per se. People want stories. And it's a series. It's the first time that somebody will do series in Nigeria and succeed. Because then it's also because people, creatives, are not taking risks. With stories, with actors, we're not taking risk, and we assume that the viewers only want to see this actor and that actor. But guess what? If I use my platform and say, I'm not going to put any actor for 1 month, they will not watch it for 1 month. But after that, they'll start watching. But you see that 1 month risk, Nobody wants to take it. So we're not taking risks anymore. That's why it feels like we're going in circles. Thank you.
All right. Eddie, you are one of the, I mean, you've transcended, I won't call you, you can't, calling you a YouTube face would be an insult. But of course, you've moved from, I watched you in cassette, funny enough, to CDs, then of course on DSTV, Africa Magic, Iroko, what have you. But you're also very strong on YouTube, aside from owning your personal channel. Do you sometimes feel like the audience are having that challenge of if you don't get this particular actor, you're not gonna sell? And what has been the hack for you?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie about it. Sometimes you think about the fact that people want to see certain actors, you know? So it's not just about you having a platform and you have, you have your own fan base, because sometimes you go to the comment section, you see like your fans, they're asking you, Eddie, bring this person on, bring that person on, we want to see this person, we want to see that person. So it happens all the time. But I think you have to, like Ruth said, you have to know why you are having your platform in the first place. It's to express yourself, it's to tell your stories, it's to bring your own kind of ideas, your creativity. Sometimes they will require you to get certain kind of actors, sometimes no. I've shot films with people that are not considered maybe A-listers or stuff like that, and they did very well. I have films that did over 2 million views and stuff with people that are not very popular. So I think it's about the story you tell. Originality is quite important, because if somebody sees, if people might not talk about it at the beginning, but it starts to trend. Oh, there's this story. Have you seen this story? Have you seen this new story? Because it's a new idea. So whenever you bring a new idea, people tend to want to see. And when they enjoy it, they talk about it. When they talk about it, more people come to see.
Yeah.
So I don't really worry about having all the top faces. Yes, you want them because you want people to pair with you. You want faces that will bring more traction to your channel. But if you stick with telling your stories the way you want to tell them and having the kind of quality that is needed for your story, people will watch.
All right. So Sandra, I made mention that you're one of the fastest growing creators on the platform YouTube, because you've recorded over 169 million views in just over, a little over a year. Now, quality versus quantity. Now, for somebody starting out, should the person put out quantity first, build an audience or a subscriber base, and then start to step up their game, hopefully from the revenue they generate? Or should they, like Lillian, go and look for big money and do a big film with big actors, with big cameras, and post only like once in 6 months? So what builds your channel faster?
Okay, I'm from a business-minded family, and we believe in what the consumer wants, what the audience wants. And before I started, I did like some kind of research to know about this platform, the kind of stories that they like, and what they want to see. So I'm big on quality. Quality for me is in terms of the production itself and the sound as well as the actors you're using. So I'm going to be very honest, right? So it depends on what you really want. Do you want to make a film to just like, please people, or you want to make money out of it? So for me, I want to do it both ways. I want to make money and I want to do a good film that, just like what Lillian said, like in years to come, people can still go back and watch that movie and be entertained and all of that. So if you're starting, just do your homework well. Get a very good story that people would like. Get good actors that can be able to play it.
But if I don't have money, what do I now do? What's the starting point? What's the base? 5 million? 6 million?
See, It's expensive now to produce a film. It's expensive now. I'm talking about 9, 10, 15 million to do a film, a good film. That you want to do like, you want to achieve quality, a good quality for like the platform and still be able to like, tell it very well. So you can collaborate with your friends. If you don't have the money on your own and you have like 2, 3 friends that has common interest, just collaborate with them. That way you can be able to do a good quality film, do it well, good story, get good actors, and you'll be able to make your money.
Okay. Yes. So Chini, you wanted to say something. I wanted to add something.
I wanted to just speak quickly on something that Ruth said.
Yes.
Well done on that. Your new channel is really doing amazing. Even me, if it shocked me. But I wanted to say something. First of all, from what I've studied about YouTube, teenage films or series or whatever it is does well because they have there are a lot of them. Their demography is so large. I have seen so many films on on YouTube platforms, high school films, no face, and it has 2 million views, 5 million views. So teenage films usually will do well on an average on YouTube. So because apart from Root has the platform and all that, but it's a new platform. But I've seen even new platforms with new people. New, even this my best
friends,
forever.
yes.
They're all new people. Teenage films always do well, right? That's one. But if you're telling, from my own end, because I see a lot of people are dropping off YouTube. Because in as much as we want to tell stories, we want to make money. And that's just the honest truth. We cannot just be saying, I'm one of the people that started, if you say people that people don't know, I was one of the people on YouTube that started working with people that nobody knew.
Yeah.
I did it, I actually was growing. I was building my channel. I wasn't making as much but I was building them, and we started that way. But right now it's hard, and a lot of people come on that space and they leave. But if you've made a certain kind of, if you've made a lot of money on YouTube, you can take a risk, knowing that you will build them. But people come on YouTube, they are hoping to make money, and then by the time you do your first, second, third, fourth film, you're not making any money, you leave. We had a conversation here, remember, 5 minutes ago.
You want to expose me?
Yeah, but that's just the honest.
I've been on YouTube since last year.
People like Roots, they are just wanting,
I've invested so much money and I've not made it back.
Roots is our egbon, so don't be Roots. Do you understand? But I'm not saying we should not take chance, but look at what I said with the film I did with you.
Yeah.
It was your first major lead film, but I did it with Ruth Kadiri because I also needed people to click on it, and by clicking on it they will see you, and by the time they feature you with all those people like that, you will now be a standalone star. That's how it is. So I come from that space of build people, but at the end of the day I can take a chance because I have built a community. But I'm not talking about me or Ruth or Sandra or Lillian. I'm talking about new YouTubers that are just starting.
Right.
They will lose money and they will get tired on their third attempt, and that's just the honest truth.
Sorry, I beg to disagree, Chini.
I love this. This is why we're here. Yes.
I disagree because everybody thinks that the only way to succeed on YouTube is to tell a love story. And that's not true. Somebody can wake up creating content where people are jumping off a building and everybody will just be excited about it. Build people's excitement, they will watch. I understand that it looks difficult now because expectation and actualization are on two different ends. A lot of things are going on in the industry, and we also don't talk about it. There are so many producers that are buying views on YouTube. And these people make the people who are working clean look like they are not working. And sometimes when it comes to you making...
Sorry to butt you in. These producers, are they already established?
Please, let me just... So these producers make those that are working hard look like they are not working. And sometimes as human beings, if you're not careful, you start getting carried away. You start feeling like you're not enough. Chini, I want to ask you, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, doing 1 million views was not a regular thing. But a lot of people's standard of success has become 1 million views. And it's also because we are also not looking at the things surrounding it. If you shoot a movie and the movie is going slowly and surely, that's success. But because you're looking at what somebody else is doing, you are feeling like you're not enough. You are feeling like you have failed. You are feeling like you are not there. And that's the problem of Nollywood. So no, most times when I work with unknown faces, I look at them, I know that, okay, people don't know you, so people don't trust you. I tell myself, okay, let me shoot this one. Even if it gives me 700K views, I'm okay. I tell myself, if I get 700K from this unknown face, I'm okay. That means 700,000 people have watched you. So I make sure I tell a story enough that when next they see you, those 700,000 people will watch it again. That's how I operate. And don't think that risk taking is easy for me. It's not easy for me. Don't assume it. People always look at me and say, oh, it's Ruth. Oh, it's Ruth. Nothing is Ruth. It's the same way somebody else will lose money that I will lose money. But regardless, we'll go headbutts. I didn't come into YouTube with millions of views or money rather. In fact, the first film I shot on YouTube, I didn't even pay money. I begged everybody that I've ever produced film with. Say please. So the first one was free, and I built every single thing to the millions that we have today. I built it from scratch. And how did I build it? By taking risks. Till next 20 years, I will still be able to take risks because I'm excited about taking risks. Because if it doesn't work, it's okay. Because I'm not afraid to fail, and that's how I operate. And you think that, oh, teenage whatever is easy. It's easy? Okay.
No, I don't think that's what she meant, Chow. That's not what she meant. So I think what she spotlighted was the fact that she has seen a couple of other, teenage series that did quite well.
My point is that we are all producers here.
Yeah.
If we all start taking the risks with our full chest, it will change.
So what of the producer that does not have money?
The risk is...
I don't understand. How can you be a producer you don't have money?
The person will look for the sponsor.
How can you be a producer you don't have money?
This film business from the get-go has been a very risky business.
And
I'm surprised. You are risking 10 million. What about people that take 300, 400 million to the cinema and make 50 million? And they will go back and shoot again.
True. So there was a point you made, and when I tried to butt in, please let's give her a round of applause. When I tried to butt in, we're rounding up now, so we'll open up. When I tried to butt in, I saw a reaction. And the reason why I saw the reaction, I would assume that maybe, they didn't want you to go there. You did mention that some popular producers or some producers are buying views, right? So we're not going to mention names or anything, right? But is there a particular reason why a producer would want to buy views, even though that will not count as part of their revenue? Is it some sort of hack? So you buy views, people now think your platform is popular, and they now rush in. Because Nigerians, they love this kind of PR. They're like, oh, this movie has over 1 million views, so it must be important. So let me go and watch it. I think they call it FOMO. People have FOMO, fear of missing out. So, yes. So really, people should tell me this gist. There are producers in this industry that buy views.
No. Listen, like I said from the get-go, there's no two marriages that are the same. People are on the platform for different reasons. And the reason, whatever brings you to a platform is how you're going to operate. So however you operate, as long as it does not affect me personally, that's your personal problem.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Whatever you want to do it. I don't have control over how you're going to operate. Or
Eddie, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
On the views buying. No, because I'm shocked.
On the views, but not...
Why would people buy? Because now we pressure, because me, I've been on YouTube for over a year. I never get past 150, what's 150, 120K views.
Okay, this is the thing, right? I remember like 3 years ago, when we put a movie on YouTube, and maybe in a day we have like 100,000 views. Remember, we were excited. 100,000 views, they were views that now people are maybe celebrating 1 million views. We're happy. And I've had a movie that reached almost 2 million views, but then it started with 100,000, gradually growing, and it made my money. But I think the whole issue is, like Ruth said, everybody has a different reason why they're on the platform. Some people want to be popular, some people want just different reasons. But I know back then, there was a time that she had issues with her channel. Her channel was demonetized.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that was about 2-3 years ago. And she kept posting films every week
Without making money.
without making money. And when I asked why you're wasting the film, she said her audience are waiting to watch. She said she can't disappoint the audience. So to some people, that's too much of a risk. That's too much of sacrifice. Do you understand? So I don't think anybody's out there just wanting to waste money, but then you have to build trust with your audience. You have to build that trust that whenever they come, they will be able to meet something and something great from you. But now everybody, like we say, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to make you shoot a film and you just make all the money in the world.
That leads me to the next point, and then after this, we'll open up the floor. As much as YouTube is free for all, let us not forget that we are also in one industry, which is Nollywood. And I feel like there are certain people that should act as custodians of the industry. And that is not to say that you now come and say, oh, I'm a leader, or I'm a this, or I'm a that, right? But if we do not protect this industry, it might not flourish, or it might not get us to where we want to be, because at the end of the day, we're talking about Nigerian films appealing to not just Africans, but to the whole world. You know, we've seen a couple of our films that did number ones globally, you know. If we do not protect the quality, or if we do not set a certain standard, it will get to a point. You know how people will say, I don't watch Nollywood, I don't watch Nollywood. It got to a point when we started making really great films, we started selling out in cinemas and the rest of it. So if we keep on reducing the quality, or if we allow people, quote and unquote, because there's no regulation on YouTube, there's no body, you know, there's no particular body that regulates the kind of content that you put on YouTube. So what do you think we need to do to ensure that Nollywood does not get to the place whereby it's now considered something that people shouldn't watch, with the way everybody's just pushing out content?
I think we should first find the pressures that are on our shoulders and take it off. So if it is pressure of getting quality actors or a certain type of actors, you find a way to take it off. That way, I mean, if I want to invest 15 million into telling a story and one actor says he wants 6 million, how are we now going to do it? So, but if you take that pressure off, you still have that money to be able to invest in other aspects of the production that will give it the type of quality that it needs. And also, just concentrate on what you're doing.
Yeah,
so
Chini.
that you don't feel like you know enough.
Okay, so I try to be a realist, and in this space of this our digital space, YouTube is free for all. It's going to be so hard, because you know the light when we used to have like Iroko, Ibaka, you know, we can have people gatekeep or you know control. There's some, if you want to sell your film to African Magic, there's something called quality control.
Yeah.
You know, if your movies don't make up to, they will not buy it. So that way you need to you know make better films next time. But YouTube is free for all. So for me, I don't know the hack yet, but I feel like for now, because of it's a digital space and it is free for all, anybody can make anything. I feel like it's going to be a bit hard. There have to be deliberate steps by filmmakers to say, okay, how do we protect? Because I tell people, the problem we have with YouTube is that it's a one man, it's my own. And people forget that it's an industry. If everybody keeps doing is my own, at the end of the day, the industry will scatter, and we will not have a place to strive anymore, and then it will not favor anybody. Because I say to people that if 3 or 4 or 10 people are striving in the food industry, then the industry is a failure. But if we have more than 50% people in an industry striving, then it means that the industry is successful. But this YouTube space right now is about my own. People don't care about what damage it is doing to the platform and to the people or the industry at large. But once I'm successful, once my own is striving, I am good. So there have to be deliberate attempts to, I don't know what it is going to be for now, but just, you know, so that we can keep, and then people can still watch. Because right now, when I said, like Ruth said, then 100,000 views, we used to celebrate it, and we would have it in like 1 week. But right now, if you don't have 1 million, like you're depressed, and that 1 million views is not in a month, it's in a day or
Some
2.
people call me to cry. Like my
Yeah,
film is,
it's
I'm serious.
bad.
My film is not doing well.
It's not even about the film anymore, it's about the view. So and then when you put on your TV, you see a lot of YouTube channels, you are confused, you don't even know, then you turn it off. You can't even pick because it's too many things to watch. So how we're going to, you know, say, I don't know yet, but.
All right. Wow, what an intense conversation. I think at this point in time, we need to open it up. Our madam at the top, Choma Ude, you want to ask the question, or you're just greeting us? Okay, please, can we get a mic to her? Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the convener, AFRIFF.
Hello everyone, and thank you for taking out time for this panel. Okay, it's a question, but I'm going to start it a bit different. So Ruth just mentioned that if she has 15 million and 6 million goes to the actor, then she's not able to do the movie. Have you guys ever considered collaborating? And in doing that, would you be sincere? So let's say who has the more popular channel, collaborates with maybe like, there are two superstars beside you, right? You make the film together. You're not paying her 6 million. They do it in Hollywood for big films. You don't pay her 6 million. You do the film, your profits. Can that be done? That way you would begin to have more quality films and less burden on the money initially.
Well, Ruth, do you want to answer
Ruth,
that?
you want?
You see. I see. If I can make it myself as an actor, I'm talking as an actor now. If I can make this film myself and put it on my platform and make 10 million views, why do I want to partner with Ruth and share that revenue? That's how the typical actors think in the YouTube space right now. So it's not a lot of people. The last project that I did, last film I released on my channel, I called the actor, I wanted him to work for me, and he said, oh, why don't we do a collaboration? And I'm like, okay, fine. You know, and then I wrote a story, we did it together, and then he pushed on his end, I pushed on my end, we collaborated as in the film on both channels, and the movie's doing well. Do you understand? But it's not a lot of people that will want to do that. Why would I want to shoot for Ruth and share the money with Ruth when I cannot just do that film for my own self and make the money? Because all actors are producers, so...
No, but you won't be making a quality, and I don't...
Nobody cares about it. They don't care.
All right. We're going to take another question. I have a follow-up question to that, but let's allow the audience to ask the questions.
So, quick question is, first, I just wanted to respond to Chioma quickly before I ask my question.
Yes.
The platform is full of actors, actresses, and they don't like to share anything. And it's not that they're doing it purposely. That's the mentality of superstar actors. So they need people to break that from them, you know what I mean? And say, guess what? You can share this spotlight with another actress and then make money, blah, blah, blah. But it's a difficult thing to do, and I don't blame them from that, because there's a mentality for actors, there's a mentality for producers, there's mentality for directors. So if you have it ordinarily, then you're lucky. But my question is, do you guys ever think of the effect of this YouTube thing we're doing, shooting films 3 days, 4 days, on actors? Because I'm finding that actors who are popular on these things are having ADHD when they now have to shoot. For me, I don't shoot films less than 4 weeks to 6 weeks. And I want you to be in character almost 3-4 months to the time. When I shoot my films, I start talking to my actors sometimes 1 year before the time. So, because I don't direct on set. They already know what they need to do when they get on set, because I've been prepping them, saying certain things to them. I found that the last time I shot, I had people on that set. They're calling them up and down. They have like they're shooting 3-4 films at a time, and it reminded me of those days when Nollywood got, those part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and people were in different, and I'm like, why are we back to that again? Do you guys sometimes think about it, of what the effect of these things on your actors?
All right.
It's not the producer, so it's like a beautiful woman. Men will come. She decides who she wants to know, whether one or all of them. Because for instance, now, I know people used to call me a lot for films, but they don't call me anymore. Because me, I can't handle it. And I don't want to be on your set and be cranky. So if I tell myself, maybe I'll shoot for one person once a month, that's it. So they are the ones that will decide. But greed is setting in. They are already calculating the money, 4 million times 6. So if you try to advise, you are even a problem to them. Like, some will tell you, this is my time to gather. Please allow me.
Because it's to the point where I don't even want to touch. If I know you're popular on YouTube, I'm not touching you.
Yeah.
Coming
But
to you for
not
work.
all of them though. There are people that want to do something different. They are also going to.
Yeah.
Can I answer? Yeah.
Yes. By the way, that's veteran Mama Mildred. Please, a round of applause for her. Yeah. You wanted to add something to that, Lillian?
I wanted to answer Choma Ude and Mary Jordan. I wanted to say one thing. So first, like me, I collaborate with actors. I'm a producer, but my production, if you really look at the films I've been doing recently, I've been doing so well, it's collaboration. You might just not know. The story might even be from the actor. The revenue, everything is, so I think it's a preference. Like some people are built to be greedy. Yes. So some people, I think it's an upbringing thing. Some people are just greedy. Some people just want everything, and they want to be, they don't like to share. But there are other people too that don't mind sharing, and that is overshadowing us because we're not plenty.
No, to be a superstar, it's not that you're greedy. Mentality of kill. You must see me. Do you know what it takes to go in front of people, say, look at me? I can do it. That's why I'm not an actor. So for you to reach that pinnacle where people like you, I've studied them over the years. Most of them have the same ways of doing things. They have processes. I mean, in terms of their life, I can tell you who is going to be a star and who is not, just from the way they handle things. So I don't think it's that they're being greedy. It's just that mentality that they now have to work on themselves to say, look, let me shift. I'm a producer, which means I must put myself behind the product being the actor. So for me, I'm a behind the scenes person. There's a personality for it, but there's a personality also for the actor. But now we have so many actors, both behind and in front, and sometimes they've not worked on themselves, because most times, because you can even see how jealous some producers get, actor-producers get of actors. Something I don't care, because I don't want to be in front of the camera, so my job is to make my actor look the best. But you can see some producers struggling because they're letting go, when they should be in front. So that's what I'm talking about. It's not that they're greedy, it's just that it's something. You think they're greedy.
All right.
There's a level of greed.
So we're going to take more questions.
It's a lack of discipline as well. And I really like Ruth's, the way Ruth broke it down. I like the way Ruth broke it down.
Yes, please. Also, if you don't mind introducing yourself, so that's for records.
Right, Ego Boy.
Oh, apologies. Okay. Apologies, man.
It's fine.
No, my eyesight is bad. I can't see that far.
It's okay. So I like what Ruth said about, a woman with many suitors. There's a discipline that it also applies. You can be a top actor. You can be at the top of your game. You can want to point to kill, blah, 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 because you're focusing on yourself. But there has to be a discipline, because to get into character and to stay in character and deliver requires some level of time and discipline. So if you're jumping every 3 days onto the next, there cannot be discipline. And therefore, I have to look at it that there's a level of greed. No matter how good you are, there's a level of greed.
100% clock it.
So, there's a motivator.
And to the actors in the room, some of them are never going to be here because they're on some set or the other. If Ruth is complaining now publicly, believe me, they are all complaining. I want you to know that. It means it's the beginning of the crash. And this is what happened with DVD many years ago. They weren't listening. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Passes, then it crashed all of a sudden. And I also wanted to, guys, point out the reason why people look for faces is because they're now trying to say, if this person is in it, it might be good. It means we're doing too many bad films. They don't even know how to determine what is going to be good. Do you understand? But we must all work for it. I know we want to make money, but sometimes if you focus on telling your story, like Ruth said, we will get there. The world is looking at us. They're all on YouTube. You could make something that's fantastic and you wouldn't even be talking about to us in Africa because it would be some company in the US picking you up. So I think we all should decide, look, can we do better? And then also study. Just because you're doing well on YouTube doesn't mean you shouldn't go and get better at what you're doing. We shouldn't be watching films where there is bad lighting. You don't, the storyline, you tell me you're doing a comedy and the thing is lit as if you're going to slash my throat in a minute. Back in 2014, I used to go to Nollywood 11, I used to go to YouTube to see the young people coming up because they had very different stories. The first time I saw Eti Mefyong was on YouTube and it was a fantastic short film. Now, we are now using it as if that's the only thing we have and everybody's just making these ugly films. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You understand? Pay attention to our storyline and get things better. We'll start to make money again.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think we'll just take just one final question. I'm so sorry, I know that we have so many questions, but we're out of time.
Hi guys, so my name is Dr. Sid.
Oh wow, you're Dr. Sid? I'm just kidding, my brother.
Sometimes. I think, I see you. My leaders. So really, I just wanted to say, when I look at the YouTube culture and the quality of the content, I've always said something about the Nigerian film industry. From my small experience, I think we have absolutely amazing stories, but not so great storytelling. I don't think quality of picture is not necessarily what makes a good film. What makes a good film is how your story is told, how you take the audience on a journey. While I do understand the shift to YouTube and the need to make movies in a certain way, obviously we have to look at the economic situation. I also think that the reason why actors can't commit 3 months to one production or 1 month to a production is because the remuneration doesn't necessarily equate to the time. And that's also down to the fact that the economics of filmmaking in this country is still lagging behind, largely because we've inflated a lot of the revenues that films are making, and it's not reflecting in it. We're still faking it till we make it. So I feel like one of the most important things is, and I said it earlier on in the panel, we need to change the culture of content consumption in the country, which includes infrastructure, getting people to go to the cinemas. So when you make a movie, or we make a movie and put it out there, more people can see it, so we can make more money from cinemas, and then we can move to other platforms. But at this point in time, it's cost effective to make something short, something quick, put it on YouTube, get your money out there. But still, in that same breath, I still feel like the quality of the way the stories is told needs to be looked at. I said earlier on, we have a quality problem, an expertise problem. We have great stories, no doubt. The way they're being told is what is the issue that doesn't, in my opinion, set it out apart and stand the test of time. I watch Drama Box. It's some of the cheesiest stuff on the planet, but it's engaging and it's entertaining. And there's a lesson to be learned there. You get lighting, as Auntie Midra said, is important. Those are the little things we can do. It doesn't cost money, it just costs time. In some way, we have to find a way to make that work. I wanted to say more, but there's no time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Sid, I know you are still recovering from that last cinema run. You remember your film now? I remember. I know where that was coming from. Oh, yes. Oh, so you were the ones that did not make money for him. I'm just kidding. Sadly, we can't take any more questions, but yes, our panelists will be here after the session. You can ask them one-on-one. Thank you very much. Sorry, they've given me the order that we can't take any more questions. We're wrapping it up. Thank you very much. My name is Hero Daniels. And please, can you give a resounding round of applause for all our panelists?
Fantastic panel. Please put your hands together for them one more time. One more time, please. Now we have our media team, of course, videographers, photographers, fans alike, taking their pictures. Today is just like the fashion panel, 100%. You know, the one before now. The next panel, the pressure is getting worse. All right, then you have 45 more seconds to get into it. And we're going straight into the next panel. Can I have the media team pull up the visuals or the graphics on the screen to the very next panel? Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. You already know the drill. Networking.